Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming back and listening to us talk about one of our favorite things, um, Universal's Mardi Gras celebration over at Universal Orlando Resort. I'm Jesse Fouts, and I am joined this evening by my good friends, Nicole,
Hi.
Jenna,
Hey y'all.
Jeff,
What's up?
and Chelsea.
Hi.
So this past weekend, Chelsea and myself went to the opening day of the 2023 Mardi Gras celebration. It's Universal's Mardi Gras International Flavors of Carnaval. And if you watched our stream a couple weeks ago, we talked about some of the things about the past we were looking forward to for this time. And we're going to kind of just go through and kind of talk about our review of what we got to eat, what we got to drink, and what we experienced, and our overall thoughts about it, and just basically, take you through, what we thought. Right. So Mardi Gras is different for everybody else because I think some people like the parade more, or some people like the food more. So real quick, let's just do kind of a round table housekeeping really quick on this subject. How many of you have been to Universal's Mardi Gras celebration at Universal Orlando? So there's three of us. And this is great because I, wanted to bring Nicole on and Jeff on because they haven't been, but you are going to be attending, correct?
Yes, I go next week, so I go in 7 days. I'm super excited.
Right. So, so you're going to get to actually enjoy, everything that we did. Of course, you'll still be visiting during the concert series that's going on. Jeff, how about you? You got any future plans to visit Mardi Gras?
I mean, I'm moving out there, so if I can get there while I'm out there, then I will.
I'm going to make it my mission to get you there, my friend.
Deal.
We're gonna go and enjoy some really awesome stuff. So Chelsea and I, we hit it very early that morning. So we got there right as Universal Studios opened at 9 a.m. They didn't even have the banner up, right? Like the banner.
Yeah, that wasn't up all day. It's actually, I went the next day and I was like, yes, it's finally up. Because I was like, what's going on here? If we're a day early, I'm going to be really upset. I woke up early for that.
Right. No, so, one of the things, just walking in ultimately, at 9 a.m., one of the things we wanted to get the lay of the land, right? There was a couple things we wanted to be able to see is where was everything laid out as far as like the food locations, what was different? Was there any type, there's some major differences this year, and we'll talk about it here a little down the our discussion. So I'm going to bring in this really fancy presentation that has been put together. So, again, going back to my PowerPoint days, master of PowerPoint. No, right as you come into Universal Studios, you're going to see the flare immediately. You're going to know it's Mardi Gras. You're going to see those purple nice signs all over. It's telling you that it's Mardi Gras. And the festival, it goes through April 16th. So plenty of time to get down and see it yet still. So, well, one of the main draws of this festival is food. Wouldn't you say so?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
And
How many
the
booths
parade
are
is
there?
fun, but the food is, you're eating around the universe, I guess.
Yes, eating around the universe.
Even more than the world.
Yeah.
How many booths are there?
How many in total? That's
just a rough estimate. I know that there's probably at least 10.
Say there's
yeah.
15.
At least 10.
Yeah, I would say 15. And they're all, for the most part, each one is a different country because it's not just like Mardi Gras in New Orleans. It's the whole theme is like Carnaval, so around the world. So it's at first you may be a little confused, like why is there a Japan booth for Mardi Gras? But it's just because how each country kind of celebrates. But then there is a whole section of I think it was called like the French Quarter boots, which
I
are like
saw
that
those. Yeah.
traditional, like New Orleans
New
Mardi Gras
Orleans style,
food and
yeah.
drinks and stuff like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
And the music they play all through, it's like that Zydeco, really fun like music. So
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. And then you also discovered something else this year, Chelsea. You found some extra food locations. Tell us about that.
yeah, so normally Mardi Gras is just in Universal Studios, and I walked into Islands of Adventure, and they actually had 2 food booths there with kinda like the highlights. So one of them had, like beignets, king cakes, hurricanes, and the other one had jambalaya and something else. So it's right in the port of entry, so it's not within the park, but it's nice if you just want a little taste or grab something to kinda as you're walking around. There's also a booth out in City Walk. So if you wanted to eat something you weren't doing in the parks, there is a food booth out there. And then throughout the whole resort, all of the hotels and all of the restaurants, or the majority of the restaurants, have special additions to their menus just for Mardi Gras. So they have specialty drinks, food, and it's even not just at the sit down restaurants, but like, for example, Hard Rock has at the Velvet Lounge, like special additions to their menus. So there's touches throughout the entire resort.
Yes, yes. And that's I think is great because you're going to see that theme carry through outside in the city walk into the resorts. You'll see that there will be special edition food offerings and things maybe at your food court at your Universal Hotel. So it was fun because we could not wait for the booths to start to open up because we got there at 9. That they're not going to open until about 11 o'clock. So definitely get yourself a donut from Voodoo Donuts as you're walking in, something to tide you over because you're going to be hungry. Coming in thinking about this festival. So many great things to eat. So these, just a couple of things, and you could see just the range here. So you got Brazil, so there we are at Brazil.
I think we ate everything on that menu.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
So pictured here is the chicken croquettes, right? Did I say that right? I'm going to, is it croquet? Please
No,
tell
I think
me.
that's the game.
Did I say it right? No, that's why I said croquettes, right?
Yeah, I think it's
I said it right. I promise. And then of course we got the tour of Italy Arancini flight. Did I say that right? See,
good enough. Rice balls. That works.
rice balls. There we go. I'd rather say that. And by the way, I did learn how to say arepas. Arepas. Not a race. Okay. Arepas. There we go. Which, just putting that out there. You can see here they had a Canada truck set up right there in the Central Park area, and it was really neat because they had a really awesome poutine with short rib and gravy, really really good.
That maple
And that was
smash
the
looks good
longest
though.
line too.
What? Yeah, it had a really really long line, and yes, you're talking about the maple smash.
Yeah,
Yep.
that looks like it's right up my alley.
So this was probably one of my favorite things. This was at the Germany booth, and this is chicken schnitzel.
Whatever was in that tin, I don't know what it was, but I would eat like pounds of it.
Yes.
It looks like some
schnitzel.
sort. Was it like au gratin?
Yes.
No?
It was not
I
gratin.
don't know. I just dug into it.
So here we have one of my favorite things, and I think even Chelsea wasn't even going to try this. So this is a po' boy. This is not a normal po' boy. This is a fried green tomato po' boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I went back and got a whole one to myself the next day.
I made her taste it. She said, "Oh boy, yes." It was great. So one of the things, though, if you're walking around and you're putting out of pocket for all this, you're going to want to buy one of these food and beverage cards. So really quick, I'm going to show you because I'm wearing mine tonight, so you can see this. I've got my nice lanyard here, so I'm going to go solo view here so you can see this. So this card right here is a gift card. You can buy it $75 of value for $65, or if you are an annual pass holder, you can purchase a $150 card for the price of a $120 card. So again, that's a very good deal because you get that $30 in free beverage and food credit on your gift card, and it works. And if you are an annual pass holder, because I know we have a lot of people that take advantage of that, once you buy the card, you can use your annual pass for the discount on the food before you swipe your card. So just keep that in mind. Something to think about.
And it works at more than just the booths, which is nice.
Yes.
So if you don't maybe eat that many like snacks or drinks, or you want to get something at one of the restaurants, it does work. It doesn't work at the hotels, but it works at City Walk and at the restaurants in both parks. And
Yes.
I don't think there's an expiration on it. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty
No.
sure you can use it at least through the end of the year.
I had one from last year that I was using earlier this year, so definitely I can attest to that. So definitely get and as of right now, there's really no limit to how many you can buy. So definitely
Where do you buy them at?
At
At
any food location, or any Mardi Gras food location. So, again, this is some more food, and we're going to try to make you hungry as you're
Is
listening.
that Chelsea's Twisted Tater?
No, actually, so this is
What
the
is that?
Brazil truck again. Oh my goodness. Wow. So this
I think it was like a sausage, right?
Yes. And a really, really great, like almost like a prime rib. Is what it tastes like. It was fantastic. We devoured it, and of course, you can see our drinks in the back. So speaking of drinks, that's the next thing. So food and drinks, because each of these Mardi Gras locations are going to have drinks for you. Let me pause right there and just say, ask, what do you think of drink wise when you think of Mardi Gras? Anybody?
Hurricanes.
Hurricanes. Yep.
Hurricanes, yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the signature drinks at Mardi Gras you can get, it's not this picture, but it is the Category 5 or the Cat 5. So it's their take on the hurricane, right?
They have hand grenades.
I didn't see that on a menu, so I don't. Tell us.
Pretty much. I'm
what-
trying to think. I think all the French Quarter ones had like hurricanes. Hurricanes were everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, you could see the Cat 5 pretty much at most of the booths in the front area.
What's a hand grenade?
Yeah.
Don't ask me. I don't know. I think it has. I don't even remember what happened. All I know is that you buy hand grenades from a window on Bourbon Street, and that's all you need for your night is a hand grenade. Let me Google it because now I look like an idiot.
All right. So while she's Googling that, remember, pace yourself responsibly. This picture is kind of deceiving, right? Because she's actually picking up my drink and she's got her drink. And I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to talk about this. Chelsea, tell us.
Stop on that.
Excuse me for a minute. I'm thirsty. Sorry.
These cups.
Just happens to be the cup that I'm drinking from here. So tell us about them.
Is it the same drink?
No, because I'm pretty sure that's proprietary. All right, so I try to make it as best as I can. All right.
Well, these cups come in two sizes, so I believe it was a 20 ounce and a 16 ounce and a 12 ounce. Or
yes,
my numbers have been wrong, but there's two sizes, basically a small and a large. So you buy them the first time, you're going to pay a little more than just what the drink costs, but then on all your refills, you get a discount. And the cup's a souvenir, and it's not just at the same booth. So you could buy it at, like we got ours at Indonesia, and then you go to Italy and you refill it with whatever their drink is. So it's good for that, and you can keep bringing it back. It's not like a per day, kind of like the refillable freestyle where you have to activate it each day. It's not like that. It's a one and done. You buy it, you keep bringing it back. So it's going to save you a couple dollars. It's worth it if you're going to have, 2 or 3 drinks, you're going to save right off the bat.
Yes.
This
Uh,
is a hand grenade.
Okay, hold on a second.
That looks like
Oh, those
Senor
big
Frog.
tall drinks that you walk around with, right?
Yeah. So there's no
makes
quote
sense.
unquote recipe on the line.
So we didn't
Just
see
says
a hand grenade then.
I feel like it would be irresponsible to serve jungle juice at a theme park.
So you're right. So it's actually there's a 12-ounce cup and a 20-ounce cup. So mine, this one right here, 20-ounce, really will save you. And you can actually get the 12-ounce refill in the 20-ounce if you do buy the 20-ounce. You don't have to always buy the 20-ounce refill, but it is a good deal because if you're buying these drinks for the first time, it's like $16, but then you get the refill, it's like $12.
Yeah.
So again, it starts to add up, especially if you're walking around eating and drinking around the universe here. So
And we saw the prices aren't the same for every drink. But we did see at one point a price difference of $5 between the refill and the drink. So it was well worth it.
oh yeah, definitely. And I think that's definitely something to think about, if you're talking about saving money. And this is good for those of you listening that go to Disney festivals. Disney has nothing like that, right? There's nothing that you can go into the Epcot festivals with and get refill discounts. So, I think that's fantastic, that they offer that. So, but when you're talking about value, that card on top, you use the card again, buy the cup, and then use the cup, refill, and then you pay for the refills. So there's a good way to save here, especially when you're doing Mardi Gras, and if you're going to be there for several days, take advantage of it. So definitely do that. And the next subject that we're going to talk about, and I think this one's going to be really fun, because we definitely got to enjoy this when we first got here, was characters at Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
So, Chelsea, what was your reaction when you saw King Julian?
So I was very excited, I ran over to him. But I love that they are in theme with Mardi Gras. So each all the characters have their own set of Mardi Gras beads. So King Julian's is lemons and limes and fruits and stuff.
Oh, that's cute.
But then we saw Shrek. Shrek's not going to be wearing the same beads as King Julian. He's got his onions. So they all kind of had a little Mardi Gras accessory with them, which was really cool to see them. And they acknowledged it too. Sometimes they won't acknowledge something that's not in their story. But they were like, yeah, it's Mardi Gras. So that was cool.
Yeah. Even Scooby-Doo got in on this fun. And then, of course, there's plenty of other characters because we didn't get pictures of them all, but the Simpsons were out too, even. And then you also had Beetlejuice join the fun. And then there was a Hello Kitty type-esque girl wearing her. I don't know. Was it Dora wearing something?
Oh,
I
think it was Dora's cousin or something. I don't know if it was Dora or Dora got a new haircut.
She was wearing some kitty ears or something like that. And
yeah, she was with the monkey.
Yeah.
With the back
Boots.
the backpack monkey.
Boots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boots.
There we go. Boots. Yeah.
I'm a mom. It shows.
But the character interaction was fantastic. That I love that. Especially, like Chelsea said. They're just out there doing their thing. And in fact, the next character I'm going to talk about or show you right here. Anybody know who this is? I'm dating myself here. Anybody? Come on.
Well, yeah, it's Marty McFly, right? What's his name?
No, this is Doc Brown.
That's Doc.
Oh,
Y'all, showing my ignorance about movies. Talk to me about song lyrics.
So for those of you that don't know, Universal Studios used to have an entire attraction that's Back to the Future.
Bring it back.
Do you know what do we have in place of Back to the Future? Anybody?
Simpsons.
Is that where? Oh yeah, it's
I didn't say it.
Simpsons.
You what?
It's Simpsons, right? What? Or is it Fast and Furious?
Fast and the Furious. In fact, there's some Easter eggs in the Fast and the Furious queue that you can find, like the keys to the DeLorean. And then of course the building outside, you see the 1885. But I digress because we're not talking about Back to the Future today. We're talking about Doc Brown, but Doc Brown was out and he was celebrating, and of course I thought it would be funny to say it's Mardi Gras time.
He was
Marty
messing with
McFly
people
is
too.
a character in that movie, right?
Marty
Yes.
McFly is the main.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I was like, wait, am I at least in the same movie?
yes. So
We were waiting in line at the Brazil booth because the Brazil booth is right there, kind of where he is, where the DeLorean is, and he had like I don't know what it was. It was like a stalk of wheat or something that he like picked out of the ground, and he was just going up to people online behind them and like screwing with them, tickling them in the ear.
yeah, that was pretty funny because he got me pretty good, and I mean I turned around and I mean he had like I don't know what it was, but
It was like wheat.
Was it like a cattail?
Yeah, it was like long and fluffy
Yeah,
at the end.
that's,
And
that's exactly what it was. A cattail. There you go. I wasn't sure what it's called, so.
You're welcome. I
Yeah.
at least know that. I know my pets, but I don't know my movies.
So
we got in the spirit.
So let's talk about the next. So food, drink, and of course you're getting really a small rundown of what happened, but the entertainment. So this is going to be things like the parade, the daily Mardi Gras parade, and for the first several weeks of Mardi Gras, the concert series that is included with your admission. And then you're going to see, on top of that, you're going to see street performers, people that are just all throughout Hollywood Boulevard, up into the main hub area. You're going to see people out walking, interacting, just real fun. The entertainment aspect, that's huge because a lot of people get in line. They wait in line for the parade. The parade is fantastic. It's probably one of the best parades that you're going to see. It's fun. Each of the floats, people are tossing the beads out to you. It's fun just watching everybody try to catch them and get to them really quick. It's pandemonium. People knocking Chelsea down while she's trying to record the parade to get to them. Kids stealing them from other kids. It was great, but no, it's
Little thieves.
and if you haven't already, we did a live stream of the parade, so you can actually go back and you check that out on our Facebook page. But very fun, very, very good way to end your day at Universal Studios. And you're going to want to pay attention to parade times based on the day that you're visiting. So the parade is pretty late on concert days. So you're looking at about 7:45 p.m. start for that parade. But as you get later into the Mardi Gras season, you're going to see that parade is going to go sometimes at 5:15, 5:30, 6 o'clock. So again, we got to see it at night. And I'll tell you this, you are going to want to find a good spot. What do you think, Chelsea?
Yeah, you definitely want a good spot, stake it out. There's enough that what's really nice about all the booths and stuff is you could do like kind of what we did. You grab some stuff, some food, some drinks, sit on the curb, um, stake your claim because you want I mean, even if you don't care about like the beads and stuff, you're gonna care about it when it gets into because you get really into it and you want to like get involved and catch them. And just have a good view too. So there's a lot of really good spots along the route. I would say a safe bet is an hour, 45 minutes. And by that time of night too, you just kind of want to break anyway. So you can, sit, chill out, and then be ready for the parade to come down.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a spot up in front of the Bourne Stuntacular show. I think that was a fantastic spot. Sometimes I like to watch the parade right outside of Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
There's so many good spots for you to see. And if you are a Universal Annual Pass holder, they do have Annual Pass viewing locations that only pass holders can access. So, check that out.
And those filled up even earlier.
Yeah.
So that's something, if you want to take advantage of that, really get
Right.
there early.
And right at the beginning of the parade route, right outside of Mel's Diner is where you'll find that. On your like the street right there toward Transformers. Yeah, that's where you're going to find that at. So let's talk about merchandise, the tribute store. This is probably one of my favorite things about, just about throughout the different years, but there's something very different this year. Anybody that wasn't there notice anything different about the tribute store?
It's in a different place, right?
It's in a different place. Yes. You're exactly right. The tribute store it has moved. So the tribute store, you're now going to find the entrance is where the old Universal AP lounge was in Universal Studios. So
talk to us like we're stupid if we've never been annual pass holders and don't know where that is.
So, if you when you enter Universal Studios and if you're heading back on Hollywood Boulevard, because you'll see Hollywood Boulevard right to the right as you come into the park.
So like we're headed to the Bourne Stuntacular.
Correct.
Yep, you're gonna just swing around there, and it's gonna be on the left, right next to Schwab's ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see it. It took over the AP space, and there used to be also the prop store that they closed last year. So it has all those rooms. So where it previously was, it always had 4 rooms. That was like a staple of every tribute store, was the 4 separate like themed rooms. It still has that. So they didn't cut anything out as far as that goes, which is nice, because I like having each thing be themed totally different.
Yes.
So they still kept that.
So, you're going to find all types of Mardi Gras shirts and memorabilia, hats, beads. Yeah, so Chelsea's wearing her she's
Just
got
imagine that.
You can buy a nicer cup if you'd like. They even have shot glasses and beer glasses in there that you can purchase as well. Hats, masks, just about everything that you can think related to it. Just the whole aesthetic of the tribute store is really, really fun. So just, like old hitching post. And
I heard it's themed like a New Orleans hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah. So when you walk in, it's kind of like that reception area, and then the main ballroom. So it's got like a big orchestra set up and piano. So that's the first room. And if you look up, like at the very top, all the posters around are posters relating to each country's celebration, essentially. So it ties in that way. Then you kind of go into, I guess, like the courtyard, like where Jesse just showed the hitching post. So it's a little dark. There's like street lamps, a lot of like posters plastered all over for like people that are,
kind of like on the
performing at
street, like you're on the street.
Yeah.
Because the little hitching post or whatever, that's like part of Bourbon Street, walking down with the lamp post. It's like outside.
It's like dark in there. And then you go into the bar area. What's cool about that? Oh, there I am with my alligator hat at the bar. You can kind of see behind me, those 2 bottles actually have people's faces on them, and you can be a part of that. So across the street at the 5 and Dime, which is the gift shop that both the makeup show and Bourne let out in, I don't know the cost, but I know you can do your picture and they'll put it on a bottle, but it's limited to how many. So those go pretty quickly.
And they're sprinkled throughout the tribute store, or you take those home?
No, they're in the tribute store, but in the bar area. So it's actually like behind this bar. There's a couple on the bar, but behind the bar, it's a whole wall full of these bottles.
Okay. So like that's your like liquor store. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's just to the left, right before you get to the treats central area where they have the special themed treats that you can buy. And of course, you see Chelsea's making a friend over there, in her alligator hat. And speaking of treats, I think it's only fair that we talk about some of the treats they had this year at, and this is just some of them. There were so many in that case, and some of them I wanted to try. The most popular one was the one here in the bottom, the king cake whoopie pie.
Those are authentic, right?
So quick. Authentic, right?
Stop gaslighting me.
Those look really good.
I
know they're not
Well, they sold out.
They're not.
Poor Jesse
king
So
was
what
like,
is-
I'm gonna wait
Wow.
and have one later, and then we go back and they're like,
I was about
sorry,
to-
we sold out.
So
I was
what
about to ask, what do they taste like? Like, are they cinnamon whoopie pies with like the icing
you know what?
filling?
They
I don't
probably
know.
taste really good, but I'll never know because I didn't get one. So,
I'll tell you
I guess
guys
you have
next
to go
week.
back.
Nicole, you
Also,
gotta
I
go
guess-
as soon as it opens and get one.
I will get there as soon as it
So-
opens.
Report
just to try
back.
'em.
on the upper right hand corner, these were brownies that had a salted caramel top, and then of course it's a chocolate mask on top, and then of course you had the macaroons that were stamped. So they had several different flavors of macaroons, and then they also had some cakes, some small cakes in a jar. They had fudge, some other stuff, but just really.
There was a lot of desserts. I know normally in the tribute stores, at the end, it's always like the treat section, and
Yeah.
there's like a few, I feel like a handful of like staples. And for some reason, I could be wrong, but this year just seemed like that whole case was full with a ton
Right.
of different things. It wasn't just like one or two things.
Okay, so I have a question since we're talking about treats. Did y'all try the king cake?
So I didn't try it this year. Because
How could you?
it's the state. So it's the exact
I
same.
had it last year.
It's really good. It's a lot, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's probably one of the best priced things that you can buy at Mardi Gras. It's huge. I mean, really big. I liken it to how big the big pink donut
Yeah.
is back in Simpsons. It's like that. It's a king cake that size. You can share it. It's $6, and I mean it's really good. We had the beignets. We did the beignets instead of the king cake, and we love the beignets. Chelsea looked like Scarface afterwards.
With all the powdered sugar?
It was everywhere.
it
It was
like
a windy
good?
day. It was
Why
That's
would
how
she
it's
look like
supposed to
that?
be. That's how
Um,
it's supposed to be. They're supposed to be like coated in powdered sugar.
Right.
So that's perfect.
they were
So
good.
Chelsea, favorite Mardi Gras drink. What did you like?
So I actually liked, and I feel like this sounds so strange saying my favorite Mardi Gras drink was from Indonesia, but it was the Java cooler. I
Yeah.
don't know what it was in it, but I sucked that thing down so fast. It was so good, and it was like very light. So it was like refreshing, super light. But it was really good. That was my favorite. I think that was done by the time we got to the table. I I had drank the whole thing.
All right. Favorite food item.
That fried green tomato po' boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the hell a fried green tomato was, and I was nervous to try it.
You didn't
And-
try one at homecoming when we went?
No, remember she pushed it away.
Oh, you should have tried it at homecoming. It's really good. Anyway,
Well, now I'm
Sorry.
like on a kick,
It's the
and
power.
now I'm gonna eat everything fried green tomatoes.
It's
I
the
guess
power
when
of
I go down there.
persuasion. You guys just know how. You have to know how to persuade her. Okay, that's all.
She also was just waiting for her fried chicken. So there's that.
Well, it was very good though. I'll agree. I mean, I think the fried green tomato po' boy was fantastic. Drink wise, it was the Bali
It was
Bowl
also from Indonesia, right?
Bali Blast. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very good. We did we tried several drinks throughout the day, and I think that was probably my favorite.
Indonesia's killing it in the drinks department this year.
But of course, just final thoughts on this. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say this, and you guys have it recorded right here, but I think I like Universal Mardi Gras better than most of all the Epcot festivals.
Ooh.
I didn't say all of them, most of them. I do. I really do. For me, I think this is more enjoyable. You don't have to walk literally around the world to walk around the world here.
it's a hot take.
Yeah, right. A hot
That is
take.
a very hot take.
But yes, I think it's fantastic. I rank it higher than most of the. I want to say it's probably my second favorite festival in the Orlando.
What's your first? What's the first?
Why do you have to ask me on camera?
It's got to be
Because those
food and
are
wine.
fighting
Because you said
words.
it's your second favorite.
Right. So you
So,
you
all
brought
right.
it up, and those are fighting words.
Right. Okay. Fine then. So, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. My favorite Epcot festival. So the one that would go over Mardi Gras right now is probably going to be Food and Wine Festival.
Good point.
Oh
Okay.
no!
Yep.
Flowering
Wholeheartedly agree.
Garden.
It's hard to beat Food and Wine. It really is. And
Flowering Garden is the best. They have lavender. What is it? What do we drink, Chelsea?
Lemonade.
Lavender lemonade. That's it.
No, it's violet
That
lemonade.
wins it.
Violet lemonade. I'm like, what is it? It's something
It's
purple.
purple.
so, what do you think, Chelsea? I mean, overall, any
This
last
is
thoughts?
more my speed. This is something too. If you are visiting during Mardi Gras, I would consider adding a second, not a second, an extra day if you do have the time. Just because, like for me, I don't love to be eating and drinking and then getting on the mummy. I mean, I don't love that in general, but I don't want to be doing that. I want to enjoy walking around. I like how they have like the bands come out and play. We didn't go on a single ride, and we spent like 13 hours in that park.
Wow.
So or we did see the Born Suntacular to take a break in AC, but we weren't. You don't feel like you're missing out. Like you can spend the whole day doing that festival, and especially on like a concert night. So I would highly consider adding a day. If you especially right now they have that buy 3 days get two free, so you're getting 2 extra days anyway. You might as well use it because it's nice to be able to just like do that. Or if you're kind of splitting it up and you want to do rides, being able to do a little bit each day because
Yeah.
you need a couple days to go through everything. There's a lot of really good food, a lot of really good drinks. So if you want to try them all and not feel like garbage, you're gonna want that extra time to do it.
Absolutely, and I think it's perfect because like you could think about your park to park. If you're doing a 3 park to park and you're going to Volcano for a long a day. Like I don't know about you, but when I go to the water park, I'm hungry. After just because you exert a lot of energy, you're going back and forth rides and
That Fearless River really takes a lot out.
I I exert a lot of energy in the lazy river, not. So
Shooting people with water.
I could conserve a lot of energy in the Fearless River too, but
yeah, that's true.
it's just too much fun.
As long
to
as you
just
don't
jump
try to
off the
swim
walls and stuff.
upstream. Right.
Oh,
Don't swim
goodness.
upstream either.
Yeah, I don't think that's even possible.
But I really think though you could just pop in over there in the evening or right before everything closes down, grab a drink, grab something to eat. It's fantastic, and
It's
Well, I mean,
another
that's a
reason to
good
stay at
way.
Hard Rock too, right? So when you're doing the Epcot festivals, if you're going for that, where you're gonna want to stay on the Skyliner or right there at like Beach Yacht Boardwalk. So even though Universal's hotels are a lot closer, it's super easy to take the water taxi or even walk from 5 out of the 8 hotels. But the Hard Rock, I mean, if you're staying there and even doing a resort day, but like I said, if you have that ticket where you've got those extra days anyway, it's easy to like pop over and even get one thing and go back,
Yeah.
so it's
Well, and
very convenient and worth the upgrade.
that's what I was gonna say. Like you do a water park, you go for most of the day, and then when the sun starts to set, you go back, take a nap, and then you can go pop in for the concert if it's on a weekend.
Yeah.
Go grab your food, watch the concert and the parade, and you've made a full day, but still had a nap.
hmm
We like
Also,
naps.
if you're staying at Hard Rock, let me know because I really want to put my head in the water.
To see
And you
that
like their
music.
cheese sticks, right?
So for
They're
those of
mozzarella
you,
Yes,
sticks.
exactly.
Jeff's not trying to end anything here. He's just
No.
He's referring-
I'm
he's
trying to
referring to
start
the music
something
in the
because
water.
this would be amazing. I want to hear the music under the water. That's like the seventh wonder of the world. Well, there's already 7. There's 8. It's the 8th wonder of the world.
There is an
The
eighth
nine-
wonder of the world. It's the backside of water.
Okay, well, that's unofficial.
It's probably that fried green tomato po' boy actually. But anyways,
That
I
was so
digress.
good. I burned my mouth so bad, and I kept eating it. And I had
Oh
like
my gosh.
I just kept going. I ran into
You
another
did like the
agent. I
pizza
was
roll
stuffing my
eating.
face. What?
Like you ate like pizza rolls. Like when you take a bite and it's hot,
Yeah.
you just like,
Yep.
like keep going.
I just was like, I'm in it now.
Well, thank everybody for watching us. If you need help with anything, you can always reach out to us here at Marvelous Mouse Travels. You can email us at info@marvelousmousetravels.com. And I think with that, we're going to just go ahead and end it right there. Until next time, right?
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.